Hello everyone and welcome to my book review of The Impossible Knife of Memory by Lauire Halse. So just a little background about this book and the author. Lauire Halse is pretty famous for her book Speak, which has also turned into a movie, and Lauire Halse is also famous for her Winter Girls book. And Winter Girls is one of my all-time favorite books ever. It is just amazing, and if you're looking for a sad contemporary, then I totally recommend it. The Impossible Knife of Memory comes out in January 7, 2014, and it is contemporary realistic fiction. So a little bit about the book. The main protagonist is Haley Kincaid, who lives with her father, Andy, and for as long as she can remember, they've always been on the road, traveling from one place to another place. She's never been to an actual school. They've never actually settled in one place. Her father, after returning from war, has always been tortured by nightmares and the demons inside him. And he has, the war has affected him so much that he isn't able to live a stable life. So when one day her father, Andy, decides to go back to their old hometown and actually settle in so that Haley can go to a high school and attend a normal teenage life, that's when the story actually starts developing, and basically that's where everything starts. So let's start off with the characters in this book. Haley Kincaid is, I'm assuming, a 17-year-old girl. If I am correct, 16 or 17 years old, and her first time being in high school, she's struggling with it. She's not used to having teachers telling her what to do or giving her homework or all this stuff, so she does find a struggle in school and is always in detention, is always not doing her homework. She's always struggling, and she's never just doing work or any of that stuff. Let me tell you, if you've read any Lauire Halse books, she's different than all of those characters, because I have read two of her books, which are Speak and Winter Girls, and both of these characters were pretty quiet. They were pretty to themselves. They were troubled inside mentally or physically or whatnot, but she's leading a pretty normal teenage life apart from her struggles at home and all that, but she's very sarcastic, which I really like. She's very responsible and she has so much going on for her, but she's still able to carry that all on her back and still keep going, which I absolutely loved. She does not complain, and her love for her dad is just amazing, and I just love reading about her, and she's actually a really great character, and so I just love her very much. Going on to her father, Andy, I do excuse him for what he's been through, but he can really be a pain in the butt sometimes, because he does not care whatsoever about Haley. He doesn't care whether she came back from school or whether she needs help, or whether he's just not caring about her at all. All he does is just sits in front of a TV on a couch with his beer and drinking all night long, and that's it. He doesn't even make dinner. He doesn't even he's not a parent. Basically, Haley takes the role of the parent in this book, and it hurts me, it breaks my heart to see that a child has to be the parent in the house, and she has to take care of her 40-year-old father, or I don't know how old he is, but she has to actually baby him and tell him not to worry and tell him that everything's gonna be okay when he wakes up in the middle of the night screaming from a nightmare. Thinking about that really hurts, because it's just unthinkable to think. I would never be able to do that if I was in her position. So it just shows how strong of a character she is, and that's just what makes me love her much more. The third character that I'd like to talk about is Finn. Finn is the guy who gets into a relationship with Haley. I can't say that I don't like him. I can't say that I liked him. He was just a little on that line, whatever, I don't care much about you, I don't care about the relationship in this book, I don't care about any of that. I honestly just love the story between her and her father, and I just wanted to know more about them. Anyways, back to Finn. He was okay. He was a bit, I didn't actually get much, I couldn't imagine him. I think that was my biggest problem. I just couldn't imagine what he looked like. I couldn't imagine what he was as a character. I just didn't think that there was much, I just didn't care about him that much, and so that's why I was just oh yeah, whatever, it if he wasn't in the book, I wouldn't have cared, honestly. So I think these were honestly like the most important characters in this book. The rest were just like very minor, very little, and it was just great as great without not many characters, and I just loved it being just, you know, concentrated on only 3 characters, and so it was great. Now off to the plot of the story. The plot was amazing. It was just amazing. It was just the struggle of a teenage girl living with a dad who doesn't act like a dad because of, there was a reason to it, which was just it just gave an excuse for Andy to act the way that he was acting. And some days he would wake up and he would be okay and he would act as a parent, and this just made my heart like, oh my god, like this might be the time when he would actually wake up and go like, you know what, whatever happened happened, I need to take care of my daughter right now because she obviously does not deserve to live like this. But it was just a roller coaster ride for me. I loved everything about it. It was so emotional. It made me cry a lot. And it was heartbreaking. It was everything that you can think of to be in a realistic fiction book. For me, I think this was the first time to read a book about a daughter and a father relationship, and to actually see the struggles that they have together and like how the two try to overcome these struggles. It's just, it was like Andy, I feel like it's hard to hate him because when you think of it from his point of view, the stuff that he's seen, the people that he had to kill, the friends that had to die in front of him, the families that he had to go and tell them that, hey, your dad is dead, and just see them crying in front of him. Just everything about it is so heartbreaking, and for him to have gone through this experience, like, I know some people can handle it, but some people can't, and I know that if he wasn't able to handle it, and for him to actually have gone through all of that, just, it would break my heart, and I think it broke his heart, and it mentally just made him unstable. And I think that for that reason it was kind of hard to hate him for not being a parent for Haley. It's just like, you know, part of it is his fault, part of it kind of is not, because like, I know he doesn't want to be this way. I know he tries to change for her, but sometimes it doesn't look like he's trying, but I know he's like breaking from the inside, and it just hurts to see that. Ugh, it just hurts, man. It hurts. I don't want to say much of the plot. I don't want to like ruin things for you guys because this is a review, a non-spoiler review, but I'm just gonna say that it was a really good plot filled with amazing characters, and I just loved how everyone had a part in it, and everything just was amazing. I do have to say that I don't know if it was just me, maybe I was just not in the mood for reading, but the middle part was a bit boring for me. It went like really high, and then it just went like and then the last 100 pages were mind-blowing. I read them in like the last 30 minutes of 2013, and it was just amazing, and I loved every bit of it, and it was just great. The writing is obviously amazing. It's just, I have a lot of favorite quotes in this book that I loved, and this book was just overall a great experience. I learned so much of it, and it's definitely one of my all-time favorites of 2014. All of you who have high expectations for this book, do not worry, because you will not be disappointed. This book was just amazing, and I just loved it. So thanks for watching my review. I hope you got a bit of a I don't know what to say, a bit of a thing to know what it's about. I hope I made some of you guys excited for it, because it's definitely a book worth reading. Hope to see you guys in the next video. Make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment, and bye. Thanks for watching.